According to Google Metrics, Analytics, or whatever the fuck it's called, 97% of my audience, more than 97% of my audience are guys. Yeah? I've got like 2-point-something% girls who watch my videos. And I'm guessing a lot of them, if not most of them, are hate watching me. They're just like basically watching me just like, you know, just shit on me and scream at me. You know, I can just imagine, you know, some stupid little 22-year-old fat chick who weighs about 1,000 pounds staring at the screen and just yelling at me while her purple hair stands on end. Yeah, it's probably funny as fuck. But anyway, the point of this video, and it's a serious point, this video is for women. It's for women, and it's to tell women what guys want. And what guys want, I mean, like, so that you, women, will understand guys and understand what we really, really want out of a woman. Huh? We don't want sex, we don't want babies, we don't want anything like, no. We want something really, really simple. We want a cheerleader. Simple as that. We just want a cheerleader. See, sex is easy. Sex is not a difficult thing to achieve. Companionship and all the rest of it, yeah, and even kids, it's not that hard. But what is hard is to get a woman who's your cheerleader. And that's what we really want. And I preface this video by saying that, you know, my audience is, the vast majority of my audience are guys. And so the fact that I'm telling you this, you know, you women, this hypothetical audience, right? It's not really for the women who are watching this, it's for you guys who are watching this. So that you understand what kind of woman you should be looking for, see? Because, you see, a lot of times I've done videos where I say never date this kind of woman, never date that kind of woman, never go out with a single mother, never fuck a damaged girl, shit like that, right? But the issue becomes, you know, what kind of woman should you want, should you pursue? And the kind of woman you want, what you as a man need, is a cheerleader. Now, first of all, don't get autistic on me. I'm not talking about a cheerleader on the fucking football field with little fucking pom-poms and a miniskirt. No, I'm talking about a woman who will ask you about what you're doing and encourage you in what you're doing, in the projects that you're doing. Encourage you and give you comfort. Because most of the things that you want to achieve in your life, they're going to be hard. They're going to be hard for you to achieve. Because that's the nature of guys. We set goals for ourselves. And some of these goals, well, let me phrase that, all of these goals are very difficult for each of us individually. If they're easy to achieve, we don't really give a shit about them. And we sort of like discard them. We don't pay attention to them. But when they're hard to achieve, when the Everest we have in mind is just really, really difficult, when we focus all of our attention on achieving that Everest, whatsoever it may be, we need that emotional support. We need somebody to be our cheerleader. And that's the kind of woman that you want to find. You want to find a woman who will egg you on and give you wings. You see? The great disaster is that in our contemporary culture, that kind of cheerleading, that kind of encouragement, that kind of kindness, because it really is kindness, is so discouraged in our contemporary culture. Because women are told that that kind of encouragement, that kind of cheerleading is somehow bad, patriarchal, some shit like that. And it's not. It's what a man needs. And the funny thing is that it's what a woman needs. Because you'll find that women like being a cheerleader. They like helping out a guy achieve some goal, no matter how monumental or trivial it might happen to be. I mean, you're out there like in the garden, right, in your lawn, right, with the lawnmower, right, mowing away. It's 100-degree weather, whatever the fuck, right, and 80% humidity, and you're sweating like a goddamn pig. I mean, it's just like buckets of the stuff rolling down you. And let me ask you something. I mean, you're bitching and moaning and upset about the fact that you have to mow the fucking lawn, and then your woman, your girlfriend or your wife or whoever, shows up with like a half a ham and cheese sandwich and a big glass of ice cold tea. And how do you feel? You feel like $1 million now, don't you? Yeah. Now, you're telling your woman about some crazy business idea, and you're thinking to yourself, man, this idea, it's so crazy, somebody else should have thought about it, but maybe this fucking thing will work, And you're telling this to your woman, and she's like, yeah, tell me more, this sounds so cool, How does that make you feel? It makes you feel great. Now, doesn't it? Fuck yeah. I mean, something as trivial as mowing the lawn, or something as monumental as starting a new business, and your woman is encouraging you, or perhaps she's not encouraging you, but she's just egging you on, you know? She's giving you that support. It makes you feel great. She's cheerleading you. And it makes you feel fantastic. And that's the woman you want. That's the woman you pick. Not the hottest woman, you know, not the smartest woman. No, the one who cheerleads you. That's what you have to be focused on. And if you're a woman watching this fucking video, which I doubt, but if you are, well, that's what we want. We want a cheerleader. We want a chick who's going to encourage us, not tell us lies, because we don't want to hear lies. We don't want to hear that, oh yeah, you know, you can do this when it's clearly not possible. No, no, no. We want realism. But whenever it's an issue between realism and hope, we want the girl to side on the side of hope. Yeah, because, you know, you don't want to be with some woman who's always shitting on your ideas. I've dated such women, okay? And it's not a happy thing. When any idea you come up with, no matter how sensible and sane and achievable, she just shits on it. You know, she's like, oh, you'll never do that. That's the opposite of a cheerleader. And you, as a guy, want nothing to do with such a woman. You want to avoid her like the fucking plague. Fucking A, yeah. And you're a woman watching this video? Well, I'm telling you. See, if you have to, you know, side on the side of hope or the side of realism, always go for hope, okay? Because this quote-unquote realism, a lot of times, it's really like a disguise for a woman to shit on the guy and pull him down because she doesn't want him to succeed. And that's the truth. There are girls, certain women, who really, really don't want a man to succeed. It makes them very nervous because they feel insecure, okay? And so they'll shit on the guy, pull him down. And that's a woman you want to fucking avoid at all costs. Yeah, I mean, if you're a guy and if you're a woman, you don't want to be that fucking woman. I live here in Eastern Europe, right? And Eastern European women, they're like that. For various cultural reasons that are way too long for this video. But Eastern European women, for the most part, they pull their men down. And the second the man shows any kind of insecurity or any kind of fear that he might not achieve some objective, they're out of there. That's why so many Eastern European men, young men, are drunkards. And so many Eastern European women, really hot ones, they gravitate to older guys. Because the older guys, they already went through that tough period of trying to make their way through the world. And they made it, of course. You know, you're an older guy, you got through all the tests that you had to get through, you achieve what you were going to achieve, right? So you're not worried, you know, you start thinking to yourself, oh, you know, I'm going to do a business, okay, let's do it. And you're confident because you know. And so Eastern European women gravitate to those guys because those guys never ever show any insecurity because they're older. They no longer have that fear, fear of failure. They don't have it because they've succeeded enough and failed enough to know what it's going to be like, one way or the other. They don't need a cheerleader. And so these Eastern European women go to those guys, right? And the young guys, well, they get drunk because the woman shits on them, yeah? You want to avoid those women, and that's why. I mean, you see my point. Yeah, the Eastern European women are shitting on guys because they are terrified of a man who's not rock solid. They just don't want to be around a man who isn't rock solid. But in the West, women tear down guys. They are the anti-cheerleader because of some weird and perverse envy a lot of times. Because look, bottom line, and women who are watching this, you might not like it, but it's the truth, so fuck it. See, men are more capable than women. That's a fact. We are more capable. I mean, women are very compliant. That's why there are more women in universities than men. Yeah, they're extremely compliant. They'll do as they are told. But a guy will go out and do shit. He's more capable. He'll do more, try more, he'll take more risks. It's the natural state of affairs among the sexes. It has nothing to do with intelligence. It has everything to do with the fact that millions of years of evolution bred into us the instinct on the part of women to be as conservative as possible, and on the part of men to go out there and hunt the fucking woolly mammoth, to look high and low for that fucking woolly mammoth, to go out and reach that Everest so that we could provide the resources for our women and for our children. Evolution bred that into us. And so men are just more capable, more adventurous, more willing to go out there. But we need someone to encourage us and to say, yes, you can do this. You find that woman who will encourage you. You find that girl who's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. You want to hold on to her. You want to lock her down. And it doesn't matter if she's not that attractive or even not that smart. No. If she's encouraging you, if she is egging you on, if she's basically cheerleading you, cheerleading you in a realistic sense, and when that line falls between realism and hope, she always sides on the side of hope, you want to lock her down. That's your woman. And don't pay attention to anything else. Don't pay attention to social status, looks, brains, charm even. No, all that matters is whether she is your cheerleader. And you who are a woman watching this video, which, like I said, I doubt, understand. If you are the cheerleader of your guy, he will always be with you. You will always be number one. But if you don't act like a cheerleader, if you shit on him, in time, not only will he leave you, but he will learn to hate you. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my Patreon channel. Link is in the description below. On Patreon, I put out a weekly video that you'll find nowhere else, and I also do a weekly call-in show called the Weekly Webinar. It's a 2 to 3 hour show every Sunday where I talk about different topics in a pretty structured presentation. And at the end of it, like I said, there's a Q&A, and you can participate. It's a lot of fun. So please check it out. Thanks very much, and I will catch you next time.